Good morning, 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 Briggs. What's going on? I just finished running a little while ago. But hopefully everybody has, moved it around. Because one of the things I like to do is I like to get my stuff out of the way early. So, I went running at around 5:48 and knocked out my 3-mile run. Hopefully you've already done that too. And then also knocked out abs too this morning. But let me say this. Be every day and do a little more. Do extra. People always ask, what is the key to weight loss? What is the key to being successful? What is the key to money? What is the key to, having a fulfilling life? And I always say, going the extra mile will get you what you want. Doing more than what everybody else is doing will get you what you want. And I also guarantee you doing less and you not doing what you're supposed to do every day will tell on you too. You are a reflection of what you do and what you don't do every day. I always stress, be every day. Good morning, Taj. Good morning, Lonnie. Be every day about your stuff, about your business. I can't tell you how many times in life, because I've been doing this for over 15 years, I'll have somebody say, but I don't know what I'm doing wrong, and I don't know why I'm not. Yes, you do. First of all, I always stop people right there because I'm like, you know what you ain't doing. You know what you're doing, and you know what you ain't doing. And honestly, I never allow people to waste my time like that because I'm like, you know what you ain't doing every day because it shows. If you're of a certain weight, you're not doing something or you're doing something that you're not supposed to be doing more than anything else. If your bank account is on zero a lot, I know what you're not doing. See, everything is a reflection. It's like cause and effect. The things that I do or don't do will always tell on me. The things that I do occasionally will tell on me. That's why I always encourage you to be every day about everything. Good morning, Asia. Hey, Mercedes. So you have to be every day and you have to be intentional. And that's the other piece of it. I challenge you to be intentional about everything that you want in your life. You have to be intentional. Things just don't happen on accident. I know we've been taught, to where we just look up in the sky and just, God just drops stuff off to us and it don't work like that. God done already told you, faith without works is dead. Operative word, works. That means you have to do something. So again, if we're all competing for the same blessing, and say for argument's sake, there's one spot, what's going to separate me and you? What's going to separate me from getting what I want over you getting what you want? If we both want the same thing, being every day about it. And you can equate that to anything. You can equate that to relationships. If you and this other chick want this dude, guess what? The woman who decides to do extra, to put in the extra effort, to be that much more thoughtful, to be that much more consistent, will get dude. It's the same thing with weight loss. Doing extra, doing more than what's required will get you the body you want. Same thing with your money. Getting an extra stream of income, an extra flow of income will improve your financial situation. Doing more, doing extra will get you what you want. Being every day and being consistent will get you what you want. Not being every now and again. Not being twice a week when the requirement is 7 a week. Not doing 40% of the work, but still wondering why you don't look like her when she's doing 100% of the workload and doing 7 days a week. But you upset because you don't look like her and you're not putting up and producing the same numbers your sister is producing. When she's putting in the work, she's doing extra, but yet you want and feel entitled to her gifts in the same numbers she's producing. Oh no, it doesn't work like that. That's the beautiful thing about this program. You get out of it what you put into it. If you every once in a while, if you work out 3 days a week and the requirement is 7 days a week, you're doing less than 50% of the work. And that's not going to get it done. I don't care if it's, but I'm doing more than I normally do. No, that's not what's required. Again, always remember, for every want, there is a requirement. If you're baking a cake and you leave out certain ingredients, your stuff ain't going to taste right. It's the same deal. Don't put any eggs up in there. See how your stuff tastes. Leave out some ingredients to your favorite dish. See how awful it tastes. For something to taste awesome, you have to have all of the ingredients in there to make that thing work. It's the same with weight loss. It's the same with life. For every want, there is a requirement. Be willing to do 100% of what's required to get what you want. We've been sold and told that if you just do a little bit, that's better than doing nothing at all. No, just go ahead and do nothing at all. Because if you're going to do something, there's no need to do it. Because again, God ain't rewarding that. Oh, but I'm trying. Good. My grandma tried. That don't mean that it's going down. See, I'm not for just trying. I'm about doing everything with excellence, in excellence. And not just getting by or just barely doing it and then giving yourself a high five for a moral victory because it's more than what you were normally used to doing. Because that was not what was required. But I did 1 mile and that's more than what I normally do. Yeah, but the requirement was for you to do 3. So you shorted me too, but you still want what your sister over here is getting weight-wise. You know, body image-wise. She look like this because she killing it every day. And she don't make up excuses. Well, I was tired. And, you know, I'll do it tomorrow. And tomorrow never comes. But yet you upset because you don't look like her. And she's doing everything I asked her to do. Again, if I gave you a map to $10 million in your city, and I put it in a dumpster, and I gave you the directions, I handwritten out the directions. Okay, take a right here, take a left here, get on Main Street, hang a left at the stadium. If I gave you the directions and you followed the directions, you would get that $10 million. But if you make a couple of turns on your own that I didn't tell you to do, you can't be upset or bothered when you miss out on your $10 million because at some point, that $10 million that I have left for you, somebody else is going to take those same directions, read it out, follow it to the T, and get your $10 million. It's the same deal. I always remember that it's the same deal. So again, for everyone, there is a requirement. But you gotta follow. You gotta do what's required versus just being satisfied. I don't know who done made people just feel like just doing half of stuff or just the attempt. Again, I'm not about the attempt. I'm about the result. Anytime, even if you work for me, did you get it done? I don't care what happened to. I don't care what happened to your kid, and I don't care what happened on your anniversary. But did you do it? I don't care if it's your birthday, but did you do it? Life is full of excuses and people who give you a lot of excuses, and that's why the bottom is so crowded. Because everybody can come up with an excuse, but at the end of the day, it's not about the excuse. It's about did you produce? And the people who produce and decide to be every day about it, they're up here. They don't make excuses. If some of the greatest people and the most successful people I know have never given me an excuse on why they didn't do it, because they always do it. They produce. They don't give the excuse. They produce. So work on producing more and giving excuse more and giving me less excuses. Giving yourself and making up fewer excuses. The more you produce, the more you make. The more excuses you make, the less you produce. And the less you'll have. And the fewer opportunities you'll be given. Because again, how my God works is like this. You can ask all you want to, but until you proven you can produce and you can handle what you've already been given, he ain't going to give you no more. Even if I'm God, why am I going to give you more if you can't even handle what I've already told you to do? You're doing 50% of the work, but you want more? Oh, no. You have to prove that you can handle what's in front of you first before you progress. That's why a lot of people don't progress. That's why a lot of people are not where they're meant to be in life, because they do have. And they like, okay, well, I did have. Yeah, I did have. Good. All right, now give me more. No, that was not what was required. What was required was the 100%. When you do 100%, then, if I'm God, then I give you more. But if you always just being happy doing 40% of stuff and you still expecting the same results as somebody else who's doing 100% of the work, you in for a long life. So let's go get it. Have an awesome day. We're about to get that work in. Again, and let me also say this too. Change your mentality. Change your wording. If you have a victim's mentality of why me, help me, this, that, and other, you in trouble. You gotta start learning how to help yourself. And this will be the last sermon that I give today. We always ask for stuff, hoping that God changes his mind about his answer. Because I know within myself, anytime I'm like, shoot, give me more, I want more. Boom, what do I need to do? He'll tell God to tell me what I need to do, and I do it. Versus the same person who prays the same prayer, but continuously prays the same prayer, hoping that God changes his mind about the requirement. That requirement could be you leaving that dude alone. That requirement could be you not drinking as much or going out as much or spending as much money as you normally do when you ain't got it. That could be the requirement, but you keep praying the same way, hoping that God just changes the assignment, the requirement. Again, handle your stuff so you can get your stuff, because until you do, you won't get what you're meant to have. You gotta handle the small stuff first. You gotta start doing stuff you don't want to do, because it's the people who do what they hate doing that end up living the way that they want to live, because they've learned how to discipline themselves. They've literally learned how to press past themselves, and that's what you have to do. So learn how to press past yourself. We're going to have an awesome day. We're going to have a successful day. Speak to your day. Go out there and be intentional about the things you want, and go out and conquer. You are a conqueror. You're not a victim of anything. You win. We win as a squad. We win as a family. We win as a team. When you win, I win. When I win, you win. We all win together on this page. We are a family where winning is expected every day. We don't have whiny people. I kick your butt off the page. I hate whiny, complaining people who just complain and always come from a victim standpoint. We win. We understand who we are and whose we are, and we walk in our power, we walk in our authority, and we just take over stuff without having to ask, will you please help me? We don't do that. We take over. We dominate. We walk in expecting good stuff to happen to us because we are the heirs. And we sit up like we're heirs. And we take over like we're heirs. So let's go get it. Love y'all. We're going to have an awesome day. Every day we take over, we dominate, we build momentum, and we bridge the gap between our now and our wow. Boom. But it's an everyday process. Love y'all. Be good.